When you think about the subject of the purpose of life, it's easy to think of it as overly used, generic, cheesy, trite. And that's understandable. I can relate to the overuse of it. But being able to rest your head at night, feeling like you made some progress toward a direction that you feel good about and that helps you to express who you are, that feels good. And so finding your purpose for that reason is a worthy search. Now, some people have a job, they like their job, and the idea of what their purpose is never comes to mind, or it doesn't come to mind often enough with strong enough emotion behind it for them to worry about it. But for some people, and I'm one of them, some people really do need to have direction in their life. That's the reason for this series. No matter where you are in your journey, you can get a gem or two or three or 17 around the topic of purpose. So let's jump in. I don't buy into the idea that we have a predetermined purpose, destiny, fate, that we have to figure out or else we have somehow failed our mission. But to just discount the search for a life purpose is also problematic. Calling it useless leaves people where? It leaves people in a life that has no stakes. It has no means to know whether or not you're getting traction, whether or not you have momentum. Now, if you are someone who isn't searching for a purpose, or doesn't really care whether you're living with purpose or not, that's fine. But I do want to since you're watching this, I do want to push back a little bit just to test out whether or not you actually do care, but you're just afraid to lay your cards on the table in front of yourself, to give yourself some stakes. Because it's so worth it to give your life stakes. If you listen to someone tell a story and there's no stakes, then it's a boring story and you don't really care what happens. It's the same thing with our life. Having stakes means that you can be disappointed. You can get an answer that is not what you wanted. You can be rejected. You can have to run to someone that you love and beg for consolation and comfort. But it also means that you can get great news. You can get a phone call saying yes to the thing that you put yourself out for. It can mean that the thing that you were hoping for, that you were excited about, that you applied yourself in, that you worked and put a lot of effort towards, happens for you. It can mean that you feel like you have elevated yourself out of a situation, that you used your free will, you used your God-given talents and gifts, you used your resources and your mind and your life force energy, and you applied it in a direction that allowed you to not only improve your situation, but also maybe the lives of other people as well. So if you don't feel like you care whether or not you have purpose, that's okay, but I am a little suspicious of it. Just make sure that you are not choosing safety out of fear, because one thing that I know for sure about purpose is that it allows you to have vision. And when you have vision, you become a force of nature. That vision, that purpose, is not by accident. I said before that I don't believe we have some kind of predetermined destiny or fate assigned or ascribed to us that we have to figure out, and no matter what we do, everything happens for a reason because it's fate. I don't believe that, but I do believe a feeling of purpose and having a vision is not by accident, and it doesn't come from nowhere. It does come from some sort of mathematical formula from within you. My best guess is that it's a combination of where you are in the stream of time, like what gets plugged into that formula is a combination of where you are in the stream of time, right? I don't think anybody's going to dream of inventing the wheel because the wheel's already been invented, and because everybody grows up riding in cars. So their vision, their purpose isn't going to be something that is outside of where we are in the stream of time. It's also going to be a factor of natural strengths, gifts, as well as character development opportunities, ways that we can become better. So, for example, a big part of my purpose, my vision, it has to do with this YouTube channel that I'm starting. And in order to feel comfortable putting myself out here on camera and posting videos, I had to work through and process certain things. I had to develop certain aspects of myself. And so my purpose has been a path to help me develop and to become better. So if you have a purpose, if you have a vision, it's meaningful to you, be assured that there's already been calculation done by your subconscious that has produced the purpose, has produced the vision, and it does already exist. Whether you want to pursue it and search for it and hear it and see it and find it might be a journey. It might be simple, it might be straightforward, it might take some time, and it might feel a little complex, but it does already exist. And if you decide to do what you need to do in order to see it, when you do see it, you'll have a familiarity with it. You'll understand what I mean when I say that you have one. There's just reasons why you can't hear it. We get to use our free will to decide. We get to discover it, find it, unearth it, and we get to have more than one. And we get to do this very important thing, which is to define your mission for your mission. What will help you to decide and determine your purpose is to first understand what is your purpose for the purpose you're looking for. For example, if your purpose is very short term, and it might need to be very short term, then your purpose is probably also smaller in scope than if your purpose that you're looking for is something that you want to live out for the rest of your life. If you don't have money for food, or if you are in a war zone, or if you are pregnant, these are circumstances where your purpose is very much about a certain season, and it's very much defined by your circumstances. If you don't have money for food, then your purpose is to obtain that so that your basic needs are met. Purpose is not always, it doesn't have to be some huge thing. What purpose is not is a requirement for grandiose greatness. The role of greatness, the title of great, is already taken. It's already taken. It's already filled. So it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about trying to be great. That's not what we're talking about. Why do I say that? Because puppies and rainbows and stars and stardust and waterfalls and life, all these things have already been created. The laws of the universe have already been set in motion and established. There's already plenty of greatness. We don't have to put that kind of pressure on ourselves. Now, we can decide that we want to master something, and then other people may decide, or feel like in comparison to other people who also do that thing, or comparison to the average person, the way you do the thing that you chose to master is great. But that's irrelevant. Let other people decide that you're great or not great. That's their interaction with what you're doing. your interaction with what you're doing. It's just giving your life direction. It's giving your life purpose and meaning so that you can feel good about what you did when you rest your head at night, so that you can feel good about the impact that you've had on yourself, your life, your environment, your community, family, and maybe the world.